the number of times that I've said this. I have just downloaded the Snowflake Method by Randy Ingermanson. Wow, that is a hard sentence to say. I have downloaded this ebook on my Kindle, and I'm very excited to read it. And I have known about the Snowflake Method for a long time. I actually tried it briefly based on a blog article, not the book, from when I was in high school. And so I thought I might try something a little bit different with this one and do a reading vlog of the Snowflake Method, with a catch, because over the next few days I will be traveling to Florida and then to Argentina. I have a lot of feelings about this book from when I tried to use it. It was actually, I think I actually tried to use it even before I used The Anatomy of Story. My memory of it is that it is very much like an outlining writing process, which is cool. It says it's 10 steps to jumpstart your creativity, map out your story. But I'm not expecting for there to be anything that's like how to write a good story. You know what I mean? Like my expectation is that you could write a really good book with this method, or you could write a totally crap book with this method, and there would be nothing in this method to help you figure out whether it's one or the other. That's my hypothesis going in. We will see if I change my mind as I read it. One thing I just want to mention before I start is that this ebook is only $5.99. That's probably in USD, so I'm probably going to be charged like $8 or something in Canadian. But that's okay, because it is the cheapest ebook I have gotten so far from these craft books. Obviously, I do have to purchase them, and this one is the cheapest, and so that is a pretty nice thing. I'm happy about that, and I'm already Randy Ingermanson, I am already on your side. Hello, and welcome to Florida, or my hotel room in Florida. Look outside, there's Florida. Actually, that's a high school, but you know, I'm literally in Florida to work from this hotel. Not that I have a work trip or anything. It's just that I had to fly, for a lot of reasons, I have to fly round trip to Argentina from Tampa. So I came here into this hotel for 2 nights to like decompress. Went great. That decompressing is going super well so far. I've had 2 fairly late nights of meetings for work, and then last night at 3 a.m. off goes the fire alarm. I will show you some video footage of that. What's happening?
Just so I can see what's going on. I'm literally
Yeah, so that was exhausting, and I was so panicked. I thought as you heard, like I thought I saw smoke. And so I was seized with so much like residual panic that it took me a long time to fall asleep. However, I have started reading the Snowflake Method, and I wanted to come on here and say that this is such an interesting first sentence. Goldilocks had always wanted to write a novel. She learned to read before she went to kindergarten. In grade school, she always had her nose in a book. In junior high, the other kids thought she was weird because she actually, let me guess, liked school, except my Kindle is blocking, liked reading. All through high school, Goldilocks dreamed of writing a book of her own someday. Then she got married, and within a few years, she had 2 children. We're really getting Goldilocks' frickin' life story here. All right, well, I will keep reading about Goldilocks, and I will report back to you. I don't know if I like this opening better or worse than the ones that are like, I'm going to tell you how to write a novel, and my method is the best method ever. So, we shall see. We shall see. I've never worn a money belt before, but this is actually, it's very comfortable. It fits so nice. You can't even tell. It's super cool. I figured I'll wear it because I mean, may as well, right? Put the money in the money belt. It's like, you can't really access it though. Like, I wonder, anyways, just checking out of my hotel. Haven't had a lot of time to read. I'll check in with you later.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Yeah.
Welcome. Okay, so I paid to get into the United Lounge because
I don't know, I felt like it, so I am having a little snack, some prosecco, some soup. I'm gonna have a couple sandwiches maybe in a little bit. And yeah, so I've kept reading the Snowflake. I'm on chapter 6 of the Snowflake Method, but I'm struggling with it because I thought the whole Goldilocks shtick was just like a cute little intro. But no, the Goldilocks story is the entire book, and it's a narrated version of someone teaching, like Baby Bear teaching Goldilocks the Snowflake Method. And like Big Bad Wolf comes in, and I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. So we will see, but I don't know.
You can, I don't even know if they accept here.
Okay, so the Snowflake Method book. I have such mixed feelings about this book. First of all, as I mentioned in the story earlier, the whole book is told as like a story of Goldilocks going to a writing class. She wants to learn how to write. Baby Bear is teaching the Snowflake Method, and the Big Bad Wolf is an agent. Like, it's kind of weird. And then Robin Hood shows up, and I'm like, I feel like Robin Hood is not in the same realm as the tiny pigs and Goldilocks. And I was thinking so much about this and how much that I disliked the character of Goldilocks as portrayed in the Snowflake Method book that I'm like, I don't even know what the craft book part of this is. This is the weirdest craft book I have ever read. This is strange. Maybe like a child would like it or something. I don't know. I would just maybe read the web page. I would just read the web page. Like, he has a website where he describes what this is. I said at the beginning that I was expecting this to give me a process and not how to write a good story, and basically that's what I got. He does have things where he talks about how to make characters deeper, kind of, but he just says kind of make them deeper rather than giving strategies, versus Story Genius is one that actually talks about how, and Anatomy of Story is another one to give characters depth. There's a long section about not writing flat villains. Goldilocks is like, ugh, I hate my villain, I hate him, I don't want to spend any time on him. She is super whiny, she's super irritating, and for some reason, everyone in the class is like, she is the most incredible writer I have ever seen in my entire life. And the whole class is just like, she is an amazing writer. And then she like goes out to lunch with the Big Bad Wolf, and the Big Bad Wolf is like, you're gonna be a great writer, you're gonna be my client. And it's like, she has not even written a book yet, man. Overall wrap up on the Snowflake Method book. I don't think it's worth it to read this. It's short, it's only like 40,000 words, but it's just strange. If you want to learn about a writing method in a storytelling style, then this could work for you. If craft books are super boring to you, you don't like nonfiction, then yeah, you know what? I think that is who this book is for. People who want to be taught something in a way that is a little annoying, but has a plot, kind of has a story around it, is told through dialogue, versus just reading like a nonfiction book. As for the method itself, I see more value in it than I saw when I first heard of this method in like high school. My overall summary is there's nothing super new here. It's a cool method when it's broken down, and it works for some people. Obviously, there are tens of thousands of people using it. So I will probably do an experiment where I try to do the Snowflake method in another video. This was meant to be about the book specifically, so words out on the method. I think parts of it are going to be super useful, parts of it are not going to be super useful, and I appreciate that he does say that that this is not for everybody. This is just his method. And lots of craft books are like, this is the only way to do it. And I love that he's like, you can do whatever you want. You can take some, you can leave some, you can leave all. Really enjoy that. So I have mad respect for Randy Ingermanson. I think his method is good, but otherwise, if you're interested in the snowflake method, just look at his blog and do that.